And we're back! Yes, we're back! Right, a couple of things. First of all, people keep complaining that Richard looks like a woman. I think some of you are ever so slightly gender confused. However, I'm not judging, but I would have to be stormingly drunk to mistake him for a woman. Believe it or not, that's actually one of the it's one of the default faces. I changed the eyebrows, which look like Ming the Merciless, and the hair because it was a little shorter. I don't mind changing the hair actually, and I might even change the eyebrows. So you know, you can do a little bit with manicuring, I guess, and a bit of a hairdo. He's got. I actually see Richard as having shorter hair than this when he was at the university, the college, but he's grown it because he's on the run. However, I get the fact that he probably wouldn't have grown this much. It wasn't that long ago. So yeah, I can change the hair. Some people said give him whiskers. Richard does not like whiskers. He finds it very itchy and irritable. It's a character quirk of his. Really likes to shave. Because actually, growing a beard would have been a really good idea for Richard because, of course, he'd then be better in disguise. But I actually don't think he looks like a woman at all. I think he looks like Christopher Walken. A young Christopher Walken from Dogs of War. Don't know if any of you are old enough to remember that movie. And some people said, he's got eyeliner on. He actually doesn't. If you look in the character, if I go to the character menu, the race menu, he doesn't. If I set the eyeliner on, believe me, you can actually tell. There is a dark mark under his eyes. And I don't know what that's from, but that does seem to be part of many of the Bretons' eyes. And I did also notice that the Bretons do generally have very sensual lips. Sort of, you know, slightly larger than normal. So I do understand kind of why. But anyway, he wasn't supposed to look all butch and manly. Oh, one thing I've decided to do, after looking at the video, I noticed that when running behind Hadvar, the depth of field was a tiny bit too... It kept kicking in and out every time I got close to him. So I thought I would reduce the strength of the depth of field when running, so if I'm running behind people, it doesn't constantly kick in when I come close to things like this. So as you can see, it was pretty stable there. Right, anyway, so that's the mod talk and gender-specific talking. So let's take stock. Let's take stock of our hero. Who is Stormcloak. That does look slightly better, doesn't it? But you have to ask yourself, is that not a one-way ticket to getting arrested? He really is skinny as they get, isn't he? Doesn't matter what he wears. Doesn't matter what he wears in the slightest. He's just gonna look like a complete nerd. So yeah, right. Right, here's the thing then. So he's escaped certain death, but he's still on the run, and he needs a job, a cover story. And I don't know, what would Richard be doing? He's got a quest. He does in fact have a quest, and that. Would deliver Sven's letter to Camilla? I don't think so. Tell Feindal about Sven's letter. I think I'll do that because that Sven sounds like a complete underhand person. So, but yes, talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. That might be a good idea. Just take a message. Postman. I can be a postman. It doesn't involve dragons or having to stab people. So yeah, probably that's a good idea. And maybe when I go to the Jarl, I can pick up a job. Maybe he needs an alchemist or something like that. Something safe and secure. I'm bound to find a nice, safe and secure job, aren't I? In the meantime, I'm going to ask around town, see if there are any odd jobs I could do. Specifically that do not involve...
Ain't every day we get visitors.
Hey, there you go. See
yeah,
this?
Actually.
Who knew? Who knew he'd offer me a job as a smithy?
Here's everything you need to make one.
I'm going to do some crafting and selling. For those of you who don't watch my Let's Plays in the past, I generally cut this bit out, and I will almost certainly cut this out because I imagine every single one of you's seen this crafting tutorial. where you just keep crafting stuff and improving it. So I will cut that out.
Whatever you
This is
need.
normal.
Find
When I
a
do
spear, it's simple
10,
and
15
strong.
minutes of crafting, I'll
I
buy
can
in.
forge it. Not bad.
You guys don't
But
need to
it's a
see it.
little dull.
Alright, so I've done
have
all of this,
talent.
all this
Why
crafting
don't you
stuff.
keep that dagger and helmet?
Will do.
The finest weapons and armor.
Crafted a fine dagger and a nice helmet. Maybe that helmet looks less goofy than the one I'm wearing, because I'm... Oh, he's selling that. Let's have a look. What have I got? I'm going to sell some stuff. Right, that's heavy armor. I definitely can't imagine me wearing that. I might as well sell this. It actually looks better than the studded leather, in my opinion, but I'm worried running around in Imperial armor, to be honest. I think I'm asking for trouble, but Stormcloak armor is probably... yeah, you couldn't get much dumber idea than that, I guess. Although, I mean, let's face it, we all know this game doesn't actually care what you wear, so it's not like the Imperials will stop me and ask me, you know, why are you away from your unit or stuff like that, which actually I think would make a very good mod. I think someone should do that. If you're wearing Stormcloak armor and you pass Imperials, they should attack you. And if you're wearing Imperial armor and you're not a member of the Imperial and you don't have documentation, they should stop you and challenge you, I think. So what do you guys think? Does that sound reasonable? Right, I'm gonna keep some of this stuff. I actually want to know what he's got. Does he have any armor that might be a little less likely to get me viciously killed? Studded armor, 25. Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to look even goofier. It is, isn't it? That's going to look... I probably am going to install the immersive armors, precisely for the reason of I don't think there are any default vanilla armors that look good with Richard's body type. Let's be honest. That's basically the truth. Oh, right, light. I've got to figure out what the difference is between light bows and long bows. Short bows and long bows. But I should probably have one of each. I think the idea is when shooting people from a distance, sniping them, you use a longbow, but up close you use a short bow? Something like that, is it? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, what helmets have we got? Want an iron helmet now. Leather helmet. You know, the leather helmet looks better than the Imperial helmet, doesn't it? What I really want is leather armor. That's not, you know... Shield. Ooh. I think a shield would be very useful for Richard. Because I don't see him as a dual wielder. Oh, no, 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 no. Right. You know what? I'm buying a leather helmet. Because I just don't like the Imperial helmet. What? You don't have enough gold? No, I'm not buying it. Because I'm broke. Do I have anything to say? Imperial light helmet. 12. Yeah, I really hate the look of that. And I hate the hide helmet. The hide helmet almost looks worse. Fur boots, Imperial light boots. I can wear the Imperial light boots. Do I have enough now to buy leather helmet? Yes! No. Crap. Yeah. Really? Leather helmet costs that much? Value 260? Really? Really? Oh. Fine.
Good day.
You know what that means? I just sold my helmet. I looked goofy anyway. I also look miserable, don't I?
Whatever you need.
Actually, right there I looked vaguely female. Yeah, I'm changing the
I
hair.
can forge it.
The hair was a mistake, wasn't it? Too long, bony tail. Let's change that. There you go. Cut it a bit shorter. Cut it a bit shorter. Probably closer to what it was when he left the university. I think that is actually a little... I sort of began to see what people meant when I just glanced at him very quickly. There you go. Keep your hair a little less long. Still looks like a wimpy nerd. Alright, so... We've done a bit of crafting, but there's another store here. Maybe that I can sell some of the... I've got some magic stuff I can sell.
Well, one of us has to do something.
Hello?
I said no.
No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
I like him.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
That's okay, mate.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open.
Oh, do you sell
I
spells?
think I have a few old spell books laying about.
I'm not, Richard's not big into
One more,
magic,
You'll have to go to the College of
but
Winterhold.
the odd bit of magic could be useful. Let's face it. Specifically, which he doesn't have, was healing. Is what I was thinking. A little bit of healing could never hurt. However, doesn't have potions though. Oh, Richard actually has some potions, but right, we got venom. Do I want to use venom? I can use venom on weapons. Maybe it's a good idea actually. Minor Magicka. I don't need Minor Magicka because I'm not going to be using. That gets me some gold. Thank you. Minor Stamina I may. I should probably put those on my favourites list. What else can I sell to you? Cloaks! The Imperial cloaks that I have no use for. And... right, Hide Shield I want. Novice Hood. Yes, have. Nice, now I've got some gold. Maybe I can go back and get that decent helmet. Or what else have you got? Let's have a look. Light arrows. Do you have it? Hide armor. Might be useful. Hide armor, value 205. That, oh no, you know what? That also makes me look like a complete doofus, doesn't it? And that's one of those ones where you have like, half your body naked, which I think with Richard is, he's probably going to catch a cold. And there are no spells I want. Did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in.
Call the police
Still
then.
have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing.
Is she still
An
here?
ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Where's the option? That's nice. I'll let you get on with it then, or phone the police. I could help you get the claw back. Yes, maybe I could send them a nasty letter.
Could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back.
If I happen to find it,
Those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town.
Bleak
Yes.
Falls Barrow.
So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Okay.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
All right. Richard's a bit freaked out about this. This is the second woman who has actually been willing to speak to him. Mind you, he hasn't spoken to her yet. I'm sure that will change.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Through town.
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Can you show me the way? Because I'm not sure I'd managed to find my way
Those
through
thieves must be
town.
mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Why are you telling me this? Because do you know how much intention I have of actually going there? Is that it? Is that as far as you're taking me? Fine. I thought you were supposed to be walking me to the edge of town. Right, let's find Feindal. Is there a Feindal? Nope. Let's check the inn. They might have a job that doesn't involve going to Bleak Fall Barrows where there's traps and bandits. Good grief, what do I look like? Have they not seen me? This is another thing the game is missing. People should take one look at this person and think,
Hard not to.
no.
Gale is going bad. We need to get.
What are you staring at? Hmm?
Did you hear me?
Hello.
Ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all.
You're not
Just
very
make sure we get a
friendly,
fresh batch
are
in
you?
soon.
Teehee.
You're that visitor been poking around.
What? Poking around? I've literally arrived 10 seconds ago, woman. Poking around what? I sold some stuff. I made a dagger. Poking around? Don't like Skyrim
Give
anymore.
me a mug of ale.
Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War's only going to get worse now.
Okay. Any more rumors?
Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War's only going to get
Yeah.
worse now.
If you don't have anything new to say, go away.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Oh, can I use the alchemy lab?
Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right?
No.
Mix a couple of ingredients
Believe it or not,
together. See what
bloody
happens.
avoided alchemy
a
like
little
the
wheat and
plague.
blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know.
Wheat and blisterwort.
We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
Can I? Okay. Weed and blister. Here, what was that? Did he give
Give
me
me a
this?
mug of ale.
Coming right up.
Right. No, you didn't actually give me anything. I thought this was going to be like the weakness to magic and damage stamina. I thought this was going to be kind of like the with alchemy, the crafting tutorial where they'd give me the components and I could make something.
I'm
Okay,
the
but he
innkeeper.
didn't.
I'm just the
My
cook,
business
lad.
is to keep track of strangers.
Yeah. Okay. Have you heard any
There
rumors?
have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
Did you really have to pause before saying the Dark Brotherhood? Were you? It's like you were waiting for thunder. Right. I'm looking for work.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
I was thinking, you know, carry some potatoes somewhere, pick up the mail, sweep, you know, bandits. Dear, oh dear. What have you got for sale?
Let's sate that appetite,
Creepy smile. So what was it? It was wheat and blisterwort. Wheat and here's the thing. I'm going to find loads of this stuff, and it's best to actually taste it as well. Let's save my
Until
money
next
and buy
time.
something from a place that's reasonable.
With Ulfric, the killer of kings, on the day of your
That's the guy
death
that wants me
will
to hand a letter to... I can't remember who it was. Right, so... You know what? I don't think I'm going to find that Feindal person. And, what time is it? 10. Now, I'm using Climates of Tamriel, but I've been using the lighter nights. Is it too light? For the video, the thing is when making these videos, Dark Nights is great fun to play, but it's often impossible for people to see. So, out of curiosity, let's just wait 1 hour and see if it gets much darker. It does seem to get darker out of town, doesn't it? But not dark enough that I need to sleep the night at the inn. And I kind of like that. I like the fact that, you know what? Let's pretend you can't see. Say what you think. Maybe I should use a slightly darker version of the mod. Even though I know it makes it a little harder to see. Oh, I don't... Why am I going to the inn? Why am I going to the inn? Ralof's sister's place. I can use that, can't I? For free! God. Flashbacks. No, what? Oh, unlocked with the key. Good, good, good. Is there a bed?
hope to see you in Windhelm.
Yeah. Right, let's get an early start. And we're going to take this letter to the Jarl, or take this message to the Jarl, and see if he's grateful and maybe offers me a position as court jester or something.
May the gods watch over your battle. Talos guide you.
Here we go. Oh, God. Sorry, slight immersion breaker here. I kind of remember the last time I did this. It was fairly embarrassing. Okay. Now I'm playing on expert because I'm using ace, and I assume that makes it tougher, but I don't know how tough. Whiterun. What do you think? I can skin them. I could be a hunter. I could be a hunter who can't shoot straight. Oh! I really can't shoot straight. What? Should I start with rabbits? No, rabbits are cute. Oh, I might kill rabbits. They're adorable. Several heads just exploded all around the world. and anyone who didn't see my previous Let's Play is now scratching their head. Damn it. I'm a terrible hunter. What? Oh, you know what? Probably a bow's a bad idea. Alright. That is a little bit more successful than I was expecting. So. Oh no, another one come in, another one come in, no! I'm gonna die! No, I'm not. I'm awesome. Sorry about that. Real life. You're right, wolf pelts. Mind you, right, again, stepping out of character, I guess that when I did play this last time, I was trying to punch wolves to death, which was probably stupid. Right, oh, yeah. I have a healing spell. Yay! Oh, I tell you what else I should do. Let's put the hide shield on my hot. Oh dear. What did I just do? Oh, healing. Wrong. I want shield. Hide shield. There we go. Okay, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Got a little better. Little better. Whiterun, I assume. Oh. What do you think? Have I got to aim high? I'm a lousy archer. Really? Did I mention I'm a lousy archer? Yes! Brilliant. Well, as soon as I find myself a rocket launcher, I'll make a great hunter then. Good God. So, yes, not able to shoot strong enough to kill a deer with one shot. Maybe I'll have to kill a rabbit. Just for practice sake. Alright. Oh, that's Imperials, isn't it? Hello, I'm wearing Imperial armor because I'm on my way to a fancy dress party. Yes, fancy dress party, that's right. Stormcloak. Yeah, I do feel sorry for him, but I'm not ready to die for him. Solidarity and all that, but... Ooh. I should harvest stuff. That's what I should be doing for alchemy. If I shoot hens, chickens, would farmers get really irritable? Anything for me to... I want fungus. That was right. Well, it wasn't. It was fungus I wanted. Whoa! A giant! Oh! Okay, didn't need my help then. Can I loot him?
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother.
Are you all blind? I shot one arrow at it. I think I hit. I'm not sure he noticed. And I look... Well, basically, if I didn't move, you might mistake me for a lamppost. What's a shield, brother? Somebody who can pick up a shield without falling over.
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of
no.
warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor.
But I gotta
And
admit,
we show up to solve problems
You
if
are
the coin
cute.
is good enough.
I'm not saying sounds like a waste of time, because she probably stabbed me.
Not
but
for me to say.
I don't
You'll
really
have to talk to
think...
Codlac Whitemane.
I don't
up in
really think
Gravascar.
Richard is a warrior
The old
type. At
man's
least,
got a good sense
not
of
at the
people.
moment.
He can look in your eyes and tell your worth.
Oh, God.
If you go to him, good luck.
That would probably be a bad idea, then.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell.
I don't like the makeup,
Come up
though.
to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight. Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell.
You look strong. Come to your Vasker and be a
Farkas,
companion.
seriously, from previous games, I love you, man, but I do not look strong. I look like if you farted, I would fall over into a coma.
Thinking I need to train some more.
I can't hate you, though. Where do you stand on the war?
Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares?
Dude, take responsibility.
Just tell me who needs bludgeoning.
Fair enough. As long as you're on the right side, fair enough. Why did you join the
Vilgus and I
Companions?
have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us.
Who are the
The
Companions?
companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other.
Interesting side note again. It was the Companions that actually... the companion line that really dragged me into Skyrim when I first played, and really made me want to totally focus on the character, because I think the companion quests, the companions in general, are just pretty damn awesome.
Codlac is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands.
Alright, man. I'll let you go.
Until next time.
Yeah. Oh dear, you look strong. Seriously. Modders, get a mod out. Looks at your character. Tell you what, you might all be brothers, but
Come up to your Vasker.
why do you all like walk 200 meters apart? By the way,
Blood on the wind today.
I
Good
love the
hunt
outfit.
ahead of us.
Although
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
I got quick feet and I got quick eyes. Actually, that I got. Quick, not a problem. Why did you join the
My mother
Companions?
was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time.
Okay, yeah.
Codlac says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it.
Snowberries.
But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever.
Alright, you know what?
All right then.
That's the third woman who didn't run away screaming after Richard talked to her.
Good morning.
I don't know. Maybe being on the run isn't that bad, actually. Although, apparently everybody on the planet seems to think I'm this great big dangerous warrior. Obviously there is an eyesight problem in Skyrim.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I'm on official business, actually. I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
That's okay, although I'm not completely sure I... Level up! Awesome. Let's have a look. Wrong key. What was the key? Here we go. Not played in such a long time. Right! Leveling up. So, health, stamina. Health and stamina, I think. Health and stamina... Health. We need health. You need to start off with health. Magic. Superstitious nonsense. Restoration. Useful superstitious nonsense. Smithing. Oh, good grief. Okay. Smithing is a little different, isn't it? Of course, because I'm using Ace. Oh, wow. This is going to freak me out for quite some time to come. Nordic crafting. I don't honestly think I'm going to be a smith. I've got to be honest. Block. You know what? Blocking is actually a really good tree. I don't know whether it's changed much with Ace. I really don't. Two-handed? No. One-handed. Right, let's see what we've got here. Dual wielding, dagger and sword training. I think dagger and sword is going to be fighting stance. One-handed weapons do 10% more damage. The duelist, spell sword, and shield stances are unlocked. Could be useful. Oh! Excuse me. Key press problem. Archery, though. 20% more damage for light bows. 30% to add 10 seconds of bleeding. Longbows get 35% more damage. And 20% to... Hello! I think we found a winner. What? Whoa. Which light armor. Gambit feint. At the cost of 1% chance to take double damage, gain a 6% to completely dodge any physical attack if wearing no heavy armor. This applies to light armor or no armor, plus 50%. Okay. Know your enemy. Oh, you know what? I could be checking these out for quite some spell sword. Casting penalties in light armor are lessened. I don't think I'll be using a lot of that, though. Stealth. Richard is not a thief. Richard is not approving of being a thief. However, Richard is a big fan of not getting seen by people who wish to viciously kill him. And then there's speech. What have we got on speech, actually? Buying and selling, loyal investor, bribery and corruption. People person. No. Alright then. I think it's fairly obvious we're going to be focusing on archery. Yes! Maybe I can actually kill a rabbit with a single arrow now. Fear me.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take
Greymane won't make steel for the Legion? Sounds like my kind of guy. Greymane. Hello?
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Do you work the forge all day?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. Okay. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to...
I'm on my way there, actually. I can do, definitely.
Thanks.
4 women who've successfully spoken to Richard, and 2 of them have given him a quest, and one of them even invited him to join a group of warriors who will probably get Richard killed, so he's probably not going to do it. However, what have you got for sale? Light hunting bow, damage 3. Yeah, the light bows definitely do a lot less, don't they? I should improve my bows, actually. I don't know. Do you think it's worth this? Shall I take one? It's quite a bit of money, but I've got some now, although I would like some leather armor. Yeah. Steel, no. Studded armor. Again. I think we're going to go for a light hunting bow. probably could do with some arrows at some stage. We'll deal with that later.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Let's have a look. Right. Light bow, iron longbow. And let's go to my... Ooh, iron longbow. I think I'm going to make that one. There we go. So. Light hunting bow. Is that a longbow? Because it, to be honest with you, doesn't look that much shorter than the longbow. Nah, it can't be because the light hunting bow has a damage of 3. And the iron longbow has a damage of 16. So I'm thinking...
I work for Belethor at the general goods store.
Yeah. That's nice. You work for Belethor. Right. Let's go see the Jarl. I do hope he'll be grateful for this message. Hello again.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
I think I need to actually be an awful lot stronger.
Your children,
Hello?
your very lives. And what does the Empire do? Nothing. Nay, worse than nothing. The Imperial machine
Okay, dude.
enforces the will of the Dalmor.
Could you shush? I'm trying to enjoy the
against
monument
its
to Tiber
own
Septim.
people.
Dude.
So rise up.
You have
Shush.
Come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Hello, my friend.
No, I came to see
You seek knowledge about
Talos.
mighty Talos. You have most certainly come to the right person.
Probably not. You're a fanatic.
Immortal
You probably
life.
don't know anything about him.
Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts.
You're an idiot. He was a great man, an absolute great man, but he was not able to see into men's hearts. Idiots. Right, here we go.
What would you have me do then?
Whoa, with the put this up. Hello?
Please, this is no time.
There's a woman with a sword coming towards me.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Message?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for putting the sword away. You really, they need to change the animation for you.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Well, I didn't see it with anyone else's eyes. What a silly thing to say, really. Yes, I had a great view while Imperials were trying to cut off my head. Let's not mention that.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people.
Good man.
Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative.
Actually,
You've done Whiterun a service.
someone told me to.
I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Steel armor.
There is another thing you could do for me.
Give me a second while I stand
Suitable
back
for
up
someone
after
of your
falling over from this thing.
Particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking
Finally,
into a matter related
somebody who
to this
recognizes my
dragon
intelligent
and
nature.
rumors
He has a
of
task
dragons.
from the court wizard, who perhaps needs my expertise in everything. Oh, by the way, hey,
I serve Jarl Bal from Adrian?
yeah, big sword.
Ah, this
Take
must
it.
be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable.
Sure.
Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
You see this? I could make a living doing this.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Excuse me.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project.
Yes, I am now your
Go
dragon
ahead,
expert.
Fill him in with all the details.
I'm your
So
man.
the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me.
Yep.
Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
I hate you. Yeah, what does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see,
At
when the
last,
stories
somebody
of
can
dragons
see it.
began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible.
All right,
But
fair
I began
enough.
to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
Yeah, go on then.
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow.
Oh.
A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon
This,
burial sites.
unfortunately,
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt
is
interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me.
a massive
Simplicity
internal
itself.
conflict for Richard. You see, the idea of going into a dangerous barrows is basically sounds idiotic. But to go off and sort of find some archaeological stone with knowledge of the dragons, now that is appealing. Yeah, anything
An
you can
old
tell me?
tomb built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
I've seen it, actually, I can find it. How do you know the stone tablet is there, though?
Must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
You sound drunk, mate. Are you, on a sauce? How do you enchant weapons and armor? No, thank you, I can figure that one out. Tell me more about the Dragon
I'm
War.
not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth.
I have heard of it. I know all
Not
about it,
anymore.
actually. I'm just
The
testing
Dragon
you.
War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords.
Okay.
Oh no. Many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach.
All right. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
I have to tell you, mate, that was terrible voice acting, though. Fine, yes. Do I look like a courier to you? Actually, yes, I look like a courier more than a warrior, so yes.
You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out
Going
such
to
a
shoot
menial
you in the
task.
face with a bow. Right. Have you encountered any dragons?
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for
Sadly,
such an
no.
adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did.
I wouldn't hold
What
your
a
breath.
fascinating conversation that would be.
Yes, it would be, hi, Mr. Dragon, how are you? Ah! Pretty much. Okay, what are the... No, you know what? I've had enough
This is a
talking.
priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
All right.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Okay, so pros and cons, pros and cons. I am now apparently the Whiterun expert on dragons, which sounds like a pretty cool job. Apparently, if I can get this stone tablet from a horrible, dangerous place. Cons: have to enter horrible, dangerous place.